Hello, and welcome
everyone.
to day 2 of Speedruns with Slugs. If you didn't tune in on the first day, we'll go ahead and give introductions again. I'm, of course, KSlugs, and on my right I have...
I am Deal For Real, aka Peter, and to my right I have...
I'm James, aka Rotor.
Yep, and so that's everybody we have right now. There are some others preparing to run. We have Ryebread. He's getting ready to run Metroid Prime. We've got Dave behind the computer, the IT person right now. So you want to get on screen, you can.
There she is.
There she is, my beautiful wife, Dave. Could not do any of this without her. She's a great event organizer as well. We've got Z-Link in the shower, but he will be back later.
Z-Link exposed.
But yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, up next, actually, let's just go over the schedule a little bit. So today we've got, of course, Ryebread with Metroid Prime. After that, I'm going to be running Banjo-Kazooie. After that, we have Z-Link with Link to the Past. I think it's 100%, or is it any?
100%.
100%, yeah, okay. And then we've got Rotor doing Kirby Superstar.
That's right.
So, yeah, it should be a really fun, jam-packed day. This is kind of when we started doing like speedrunning events, this is kind of like the original lineup that we would always have. So it's really cool to have it on the second day and kind of be like the finale. Like, it's kind of like what we're always used to, and it's kind of like the familiarity of it is really nice. And yeah, so I'm excited.
Yep. And of course, just like yesterday, today we are raising money for the Heartland Animal Shelter.
Yep.
In Illinois. We raised $200 yesterday. We have a goal of $500 across the 2-day period.
Mm-hmm.
So, feel free to contribute if you are able and willing. We'd love to see that, and save the animals, as we say in speedrunning.
Save the animals, yes, indeed. Well, I guess with that, why don't we go ahead and switch over to the the layout for for speedrunning, for Ryebread. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and switch over to that now. There we go. And we've got the famous Gengar in the back, chilling, watching Ryan do his run. He's going to be doing, is it normal mode that he will be running on?
I believe it is normal difficulty.
Okay, yeah. And it's any percent, of course. 100% would just be too long. And he's going to be doing some cool stuff. I think one thing to note and to look out for is the famous skip that he got previous Speedruns with Slugs event.
Indeed.
That kind of helps him get his big time save. So we'll be looking out for that. But we'll go ahead and give him the signal that he is ready to start. And he'll count us down.
Wearing the Jeff Gordon hat to help him go fast.
Yeah.
Wearing a Metroid Prime shirt as well.
I'm not sure. Yeah, and also the signature Metroid shirt that he so often wears every time he runs. Ryebread is a man of consistency, and so I expect his runs to be very good.
Yes.
He's like, hi.
Hello,
We're good. Yep.
We're good to start, Ryan.
We can also shout if we need to because he can hear us.
Yeah.
But
So,
All right, game
okay.
is coming.
Yeah, we're ready. 5, 4, 3,
it's a little
2, 1. There we go. All right. He didn't start. Oh yeah, that's right. He has to start it when the cutscene finishes playing.
Yeah, I think when he first gets control of Samus is probably when he starts the timer.
Cool.
Oh boy, Metroid Prime, famously taking place immediately after the events in Zero Mission.
Yes.
So we actually did this in order. Last night I finished off with Zero Mission, and today, first thing in the morning or in the afternoon, here we are with the canonical sequel.
Yeah, at some point we're gonna be end up doing all the Metroid games in sequence. Everybody's just gonna run a Metroid game, and we'll know the entire story of Metroid fast.
Metroid with slugs.
Metroid with slugs. But there's those YouTube videos where it's like, Metroid lore in 20 seconds. It's kind of how I feel. And actually, I was asking Ryebread yesterday. I was like, you know, I watched you do so many of these runs, and I've even played the game myself. But I played the game like after I knew about Ryan speedrunning this game. And I asked him, I was like, wait, what is the game even about? Because I noticed that I really just run around and shoot stuff, and I don't really like pay attention to the lore. But he informed me that this game is all about Phazon. So right now Sam's got a distress signal and is going to investigate what that's all about. The distress signal from the space pirates. And that's basically why we're at this frigate, sort of space station looking thing.
She might be responding to a distress signal from the space pirates, but she's probably not going to try to save them. Knowing their history.
Just here to see what's up.
Just here to
not to save anybody.
Kick them farther down a little bit.
Yeah. And then we'll come up on the part where Samus famously loses her suit. Oh no, I've lost all my powers again. This game is also known as Metroid First Mission.
Metroid Prime Mission.
We're gonna bomb the door here. Bro, Ryan is zoned in, yes. Indeed, he is zoned in. I can't remember around what part he loses all of his powers.
I believe Ridley.
Oh, that's right.
Or something like that.
And then runs away, the fiend. Deal for real with the... Oh my gosh! With the $43, missiles go vroom. Thank you, Deal for Real, for donating to the Heartland Animal Shelter. Good way to start day 2. Wow. Thank you, Deal for Real.
No problem. Yeah, I said last night that I would donate $1 for every missile I had remaining at the end of my run. And I think Ryan's going to do something similar, either the number he has remaining or his total minus that number, whichever number is bigger. So here's hoping he either has a lot of missiles left or no missiles left. Right? Would be making nice thing.
Transition, please.
So there's the famous Parasite Queen who Ryan just demolishes in very short order.
Evacuate immediately.
Not a very threatening boss, so we'll certainly see our share of threatening bosses later.
We will indeed. There's a lot of scary stuff in Metroid. It's not a game for the weak.
No.
One thing you'll notice is this game is very dark indeed. It's kind of a running joke between Ryan and I that this game is really dark. We had a podcast episode that featured Ryebread, and we reviewed this game, and it got really good scores. But the one thing he didn't like about our episode was that me personally, I gave, I think, the visual score like an 89. He's like, "How is it not an A?" And I was like, well, there were some parts that were a little too dark. And it just didn't sit well with him.
Yeah. And we're talking about visual darkness, by the way.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
like plot or,
Yeah, yeah.
or anything. But actually, I think the worst offending room, the darkest room, which is so prominently stuck in KSlugs' mind over here, is skipped in this route.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
during an underwater section, which Ryebread will not be showing us today. So unfortunately, we can't point it out and just be
Yeah, I wish it was
We
part of
wish
the
we
run
could hate on
so bad. You didn't know how to podcast? What's it called? It's called the Interstate Gamers. It's where Deal for Real and I, we kind of rate and review games. We give them scores and stuff. There's, what, 5 seasons out there?
5 seasons. Do we have a chat command for that? Actually?
We do. There's a button. It's a button. It's a button. Over there.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The double.
The devil. Okay, I think this is where stuff goes down.
There he is, Meta Ridley. Thought to be destroyed by Samus, but has been enhanced with cybernetics. He's back. And better than ever.
Yeah, we thought we got rid of him in Zero Mission. We in fact did not. Ooh. Doing our best Spider-Man impression there. I don't remember Ryan using grapple beam very much.
No, I don't think he does.
He's too good for that. Just jump everywhere. Oh, here we go.
My power-ups! Oh man, the shoulder pads go away and everything, that's brutal.
Yeah.
He's looking basic now. I believe Ryebread mentioned a fun fact about the Varia suit, the name Varia being a kind of mistranslation when it was meant to be barrier suits. It's supposed to protect you from the
Oh,
elements,
right.
so that's
Yes.
kinda
That is mentioned. You did mention that yesterday.
cool. Also, we have Tildimp in the chat, friend of the channel and guest commentator. On
Yes,
Last Swiss.
Last
How's it going,
Swiss.
Tildimp, nice to see you.
How's it going?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Beautiful Joe. All right.
That's huh? Resident Evil. Beautiful Joe's a game for life.
I've never played either of those.
Alright, so now we're gonna go down to
The
Talon
planet. Yes. I don't know why, but I always forgot this cutscene existed. And then Ryan reminded me yesterday. It's like, no, you travel to the planet. Because I was asking him, I was like, how do you get from like this space station looking thing in outer space to the planet? Like, when does that happen? He's like, what are you talking about? You're
drive
always
there.
you're always on the planet. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know you arrive on a space station. And what I forget about is that cutscene. But he was going to do a scan dash, which is like one of the hardest things he had to learn at first, but now he's got down really well. And yeah, it allows him to get the, oh shoot, I forget
Like
which.
high jump early?
Yeah, high jump, space boots or whatever, which allows him to skip a good portion of the game pretty early. Sequence break, as you will.
What if in Smash you had to unlock your double jump?
Oh boy, that wouldn't be great. Of course, I guess it could stand to lose or to have more unlockables, I guess. Other than just like
That's
the
a hot take, probably.
in terms of like just characters and stages, like and meaningful unlockable.
Meaningful content.
Yeah, meaningful unlockables. Like different move sets or something. That would be kind of cool.
I think now we're going to the Chozo Ruins.
Chose Zone 1. He is the no.
You are the Chozo one!
It was said you destroy Ridley.
Not leave him in pieces. Or leave, well, whatever. Anyway, here we are on the Chozo.
We'll get to a rabbit hole of prequel
I wonder if
memes.
there's a lore speedrun, like a speedrun where we have to check all of the lore tablets.
Yo, Tilde Imp with the subscription. Welcome to the Slug fam. Thank you for the sub.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Ryan just did a jump which is called a ghetto jump. It's a advanced movement technique. He did that to scale the wall of a half pipe, as we call it, to get missiles early. So he gets to skip the boss which guards the missiles, which is technically called Hive Mecha, but most people seem to call it the bees.
The bees.
No bees for us. We don't need them.
Yeah, we're doing our best Tony Hawk impression. Morph ball acquired. Man, you don't really get this. Well, I won't say anything. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played the game I'm thinking of. All right, so Ryebread is shaking his head in approval. So there's likely something good that's going on here.
He gets to skip that boss fight because he has the double jump, but a fun byproduct of that is that the boss music will continue for many rooms here. So
Why do I hear boss music?
Oh, this jump's pretty difficult too. He used to have trouble with that,
Nice.
but it looks like he doesn't have trouble with it anymore.
first time tree jump.
Ryebread has gotten a lot better at this game over the years. And it shows, especially in this run that he's doing right now. It's just, I just remember him struggling with some of these tricks that he's just getting right off the bat.
Yeah.
So
He
So
hasn't really been stopped yet.
yeah,
No, not really. He pulled up the map there for a brief moment to encourage the game to load an upcoming room faster. I think
Oh.
it's the only room in the game where you do that.
wow.
So that's interesting. Yeah, in the community, they only allow runs on disk because emulators and such have a much faster loading times for the rooms. And when you're running on disk, there are some strats like that one, specifically to help the loading move along faster.
Yeah, I guess you can run not on disk,
Nope.
but that is apparently slower. Or like, is there a virtual console version of this game, or am I thinking of something? No, there's not. It's a GameCube game. So
Right.
so I'm wrong about that. Never mind.
Nice charge gate acquired.
I haven't played any of the other Metroid Primes, but do they also involve scanning things?
Yep.
They do? Gotta avoid some lasers. Classic, like, tripwire lasers there. Turns out there were more than 300 Spartans. Exactly.
What's up, R2 the best?
How's it going?
R2 Dabes.
300 Spartans.
The question is, where are the Romans?
Yeah.
Or is it Trojans?
It's Covenant, duh. You haven't made that joke since last year. That's true. It's been a long time since you made that joke. Thanks for the host, R2.
Thanks for the dope ass sound alert, R2.
Yeah, that was funny. I always forget that's my host alert.
Yeah. All right, now we have the boss.
The bees.
These are different bees, I think.
Oh.
Slightly different bees.
The different bees split. I remember this boss well. I do wonder, like, where I would be in my Metroid Prime playthrough compared to where Ryebread's at. Yo, Ethan from Chicago with with the host as well. Thank you, Ethan.
Thanks for the one viewer host.
Also, welcome.
How are y'all doing this fine Saturday? It's so sad that these insects built their hive right above a flamethrower.
Yeah,
Very unfortunate.
Like, how are they supposed to know? That was just tragic.
yeah. It do be like it do be. My watch just wished me a happy new year. That's kind of nice. Do you know the strat here? Is there any particular strat, or is he just...
I think you just kind of play it straight.
Oh,
That looks painful.
does he have to watch his health here? He's getting kind of low. Okay.
He's at it.
Okay, he's shaking his head, but he's good. We're good. We got it. Had no idea what day of the week it was. Yeah, this week's been kind of weird.
It always happens the week between Christmas
Yeah.
and New Year's.
You're in kind of like that Christmas, New Year's kind of funk.
Limbo state.
Yeah.
That's where I'm in, yeah.
All right, the infamous Flagra boss fight is coming up. We've had some minor incidents on previous SWSs where, unfortunately, a stray missile hit an object which prevented him from doing a strat that he needed and couldn't progress the run without. So, but we do know that he's got a new improved strat that he pulled off in a very clutch way last time.
That's good. And yeah, I remember that run specifically because Ryebread did not know what had happened, but we had to check the VOD to see what had happened, and a stray missile just off in the corner of the camera just kind of went to a random direction and messed everything up. It was so funny. Ryebread's had some very weird things happen in his runs.
Yeah, well, you know, these games with 3 dimensions to them, that's one extra dimension for crazy things to happen.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
That's why I don't speedrun those games anymore.
Yeah.
Too many dimensions.
Keep it 2D. Contact your doctor if Flagra effects last for more than 4 hours. Got more tripwire lasers.
I like that trick to open the door with a bomb.
Yeah, bomb and then open.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that? Sometimes when you watch speedruns, you're like, why didn't I think of that? Basically, Ryebread the other day during your speedrun, like the entirety of your speedrun. Why didn't I think of that?
I've been watching bits and pieces of my run from last night on the VOD. And like, which part will he probably say that? I just go to that part and listen for it.
Okay, so interestingly enough, he saved right there because that's that's like a safety valve for if he misses his big skip.
Yeah.
He'll be able to just reload the save right here. So we've got the big skip coming up, I guess.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in Metroid Prime, because they base the runs off of your in-game time, or they base the leaderboards off of in-game time, if he reloads his save, his run will be invalid for the leaderboard. But if he has to do that, he is most likely not going to get a personal best anyway.
Right.
So it wouldn't really matter. But just for safety for the marathon format, so we don't have to, run back a 20-minute
Right.
20-minute delay.
Correct.
But obviously, we're hoping he gets it.
Yeah.
He's been practicing a lot over the past few days, and he's said multiple times that he feels more prepared than he was last time.
And he got it last time.
So.
However, it is one that is very nerve-wracking and very tense. So
I don't envy that position.
Yeah.
That's why it's like when I'm doing my run, how can I avoid any things like this?
Yep.
All right, here's Flagra. Good job, Ryan.
And that's it. No, I'm just kidding.
So the intended way to beat this boss is to basically point sunbeams at it, which damage it, or perhaps knock sunbeams away from it. I forget which is which. But Ryan can do an L jump, a certain movement technique, to get in that little like bomb tunnel and not have to spend time worrying about the sunbeams. They are the sunbeams. Z-Link 093. Oh, take the water break. It's always good to have a game where you have time to take sips of water.
Yeah. Banjo doesn't have too many of those. There's one part I can think of. Sometimes I do think to myself, man, I wish I had a game with more breaks. Like, I should have chose a better game. Yeah.
Yeah, just swap hands real quick.
Always stay hydrated, that's right. I'm gonna check something on my Twitter.
Nice. He was just a few seconds behind behind his PB split.
That's good.
Split, but he's doing good.
I know he's got more strats to come.
He does. He's got some new tricks up his sleeve. I'm not sure we mentioned that so far.
Yeah.
We'll get to them when we get to them in the notes section. Our very comprehensive notes, which we have here, which are very helpful. She is ascending. T-pose for dominance.
It is a funny looking scene.
Can you imagine how mind-blowing this must have been in 2002?
Yeah.
Samus's first 3D appearance besides Smash Brothers. There we go. Now she's looking fashionable.
Just the power up we needed.
Barrier suit acquired.
The barrier suit.
Alright, so here we go. It's time for the crazy strat. So, I guess I'll say the backup strat first. The backup strat involves going out of bounds in that room we were just in. But what he's going to do here is he's going to ascend partway down a tall vertical shaft, which will trigger a certain flag in the game to open a door. And then he's going to try to ascend the shaft with a series of bomb jumps. And here we go. Now, one reason why this is so hard is because the speed at which Samus falls here is inconsistent. So there will be times where she just decides to fall faster or slower for no discernible reason. It seems very random. So he has to adapt to that. And then once he gets to the top, the act of unmorphing onto that ledge is also very difficult. So he says that's the hardest part, so let's see if he can...
Oh.
Did a little early, it seems.
He's still alive.
Still alive. Uh-oh. I think he wasn't supposed to fall down to that bottom square there. So reloading the save file, unfortunate. But
Dang.
we appreciate the effort.
We do. We go for those. Let's go, Ryan!
Let's go, man!
Let's go.
Keep it up!
The rest of the run will be faster.
The rest of the run will be really fast.
Yeah. Respectable attempt. Yep. We go for the hype plays. We do indeed. Hype or bust here in the Swiss stream.
Yeah, unfortunately he does have to fight Flogger again.
But that's no biggie. So I think now that does include the strat that could have the stream. Or oh, this is the part where we say who wants to leave the room.
Yes. But that's still after the Flogger fight.
Let's leave the room now.
Yeah, so in previous iterations of our speedrunning events, we had the runners here in the same room with us, and they would commentate themselves partially. And when Ryan was introducing the out of bounds strat, he said, "All right, who wants to leave the room?" We were like, "What? Oh,
Or like,
being so rude to us."
Like, why? Like, I'm sorry.
Did we say something?
Yeah.
So yeah, we famously call that the leaving the room strat now.
All right, who wants to leave the room?
That leaving the room strat is actually still very difficult. It's not an easy backup strat, but it is safe because there's no chance of you dying. It just takes a long time.
Yeah.
Or rather, it takes a long time if you keep failing, but you won't die from it. Alright, here we go. Round 2.
Round 2.
What?
K.O.
K.O.
Okay.
Okay.
Poor guy.
So we had talked about the mishap with the stray missile. The reason that was a mishap is because he has to climb up one of those particular like sun beam dishes in order to get out of bounds. But he had accidentally shot a missile, which knocked it into a position that he couldn't climb up it. So he was quite literally stuck. Like there was no way, because of the sequence breaking, there was no way for him to even progress through the game after that point. So we can be sure that he'll be very careful with where he places his missiles.
Yeah, the split is called Artifact of the Wild, not to be confused with Breath of the Wild.
I believe there are 12 Chozo artifacts that must be collected throughout the course of the game, and normally they spawn after certain events, but some of the manipulation he does here makes the Artifact of Wild able to be grabbed earlier than intended.
No, Tilden, there's not any new merch this New Year's edition, Swiss. I still have shirts from last one though.
If you want any overstock,
they're being displayed right now. So if you like them, go ahead and get you one. They're really well made. I really enjoy them. I didn't wear mine because I got the Legend of Zelda hype. I gotta get power up from my boy Z-Link.
yeah. My parents like the shirts a lot too.
Oh, nice.
They took, did I send you the selfie that my
Yeah.
dad took? Or, yeah.
I wear mine frequently. A live slug. Slug of the wild. Oh, there's a random. Did anybody see that?
Yes.
There's a random like piece of grass that just popped up in the camera. All right, here we go again. I'm glad we can go.
There we go.
It rides, dude. Now.
I think part of being a speedrunner is knowing how to be entertaining in the face cam if you can't actually talk to the viewers.
Yeah.
Shoulders acquired.
How do we know he didn't? That's very true, R2. How do we know that he didn't just miss the strat on purpose to drink more water? Sneaky, Ryebread, sneaky. Do we think he's practiced the out of bounds strat? Do we know?
I think he has, yeah.
Okay.
When we were in the so he wasn't able to jump on this little bit when he had the missile mishap a year or
Right.
so ago. But yeah, we were in the Metroid practice room earlier in the week, and he was definitely practicing this as well. But yeah, that jump to unmorph looks pretty tricky. Oh.
Ah. Nice.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right, who wants to leave the room? Here we go.
Nice. So what this does is basically it makes Samus quote unquote permanently floaty because of a glitch with the water physics when going out of bounds. So he's going to go back to that same tower that he was in earlier that he was trying to climb with the bomb jumps, but while he's in that tower he'll be floaty, so he can very easily just like jump back up to the top, and at some point the glitch will undo itself and he'll be back to normal physics. Yeah, I think he just has to kind of navigate blindly here. So, trick isn't over yet. I'm like studying the face cam to see what. Oh, that's not a good face.
Not a good face at all.
I don't know if he can like if he can glitch here in a way that makes it unsalvageable. I'm not sure that that can happen. I think it just takes a long time.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It's alright, buddy, you got this.
Sam's be smacking that arm cannon. Come on.
Come on.
That is funny. Okay, this looks different. Okay, this looks good.
It does, yeah.
Brendan, we've left the room. Yep, so he has to go partway down to trigger a flag in the game, and then climb his way back up. There we go. And I think the artifact of Wild is just in that same Flogger room. He triggered that to spawn. Now that he's landed in the water again, he is back to normal physics. And he has to fight. Oh, I forgot. He actually fight the Chozo ghosts before the artifact appears.
Dang.
This is a very spooky fight, as you can see. Although you can see Samus's eyes in the
It's such a cool
glows.
touch.
Yeah, the visor effects in this game are phenomenal. You might have missed a cycle there.
Oh, thanks. We've got our Halo expert,
Mr. Seth
Rotor.
Pepper
No, I'm just
himself,
kidding. Yeah.
fresh off a PB from last night.
Yeah. 5-minute PB.
Alright, chose artifact acquired. Here we go.
Dave's got promoted. He's just the Kirby move by guy now.
Just the Kirby move guy.
I do like the charge beam juggling when fighting these goes. Yeah.
Did he forget to split? He's still in Artifact of Wild.
Maybe.
I might split for him proactively.
I'd say just let him figure it out. There you go.
Okay.
That's all right, though. We're still doing good.
So next up we're going to the famous Magmore Caverns with a very famous theme song. Probably one of the most reused songs in all of Metroid, actually. Wow.
Wow.
Look at this room. Isn't it neat?
Wouldn't you say the lava's complete?
Oh, Ryan's getting hype. I don't know if y'all saw on the cam just now.
He's ready. He's waited for this room.
Right, now he's got another artifact. There's a challenge that he taught me last SWS called the Magmore Caverns Challenge, which I believe involves you just running through areas of the game, or areas of the caverns that are superheated, but without like the proper suit to protect you. And he says it's just a thing that like speedrunners and such will do for fun.
Oh.
And it's very, very difficult. Like there's movement tricks involved and all this sort of stuff. So
Yeah, he told me he does it with his brothers, I think, at one
yeah.
point.
I think he tried to get me and Tildem to attempt it last Swiss, but we were not very successful.
He's got Cheetos all over his
Oh man.
visor.
the game. Oh, it's Mountain Dew right there.
Gamer moment.
Dave is a big fan of Cheetos. Cheeto Puffs, to be specific.
The white cheddar Cheeto puff.
Yeah, you gotta get it right.
Alright, so this I believe is the monitor station, which is in this room. He's just ghetto jumping up these rock walls to bypass all that stuff. Hopefully he is successful.
Can you, it seems a little dark, you know? I can't really
We
tell.
can bump the gamma a bit. Alright.
What does here see the black button?
Just charge your beam constantly.
You do get the,
Light beam.
what is it, the night vision visor?
The thermal visor, yeah.
Thermal, yeah. Nice little energy tank there.
Yeah.
I wonder what percent Ryan gets in this run, because I know you get 33% in yours.
Well, I can tell you actually that I don't know the percent, but Ryan will collect 6 out of 14 energy tanks.
Oh,
We'll go out of his way for some of them, and 45 out of 250 missiles.
wow.
But actually, he said recently it was 40, so maybe he cut one out from his route. Andrana Drifts, aka Colorado.
AKA Colorado.
Every time it snows in Colorado, I send Ryan a photo and say, "Greetings from Kandrana Drifts."
That's funny.
So this is one of the few cutscenes he does not intentionally skip. And the reason for that is because during the cutscene, Samus will walk to the center of the room, and the in-game time doesn't elapse during that cutscene. And since in-game time is what's required for submission, they just do that so they get a free couple seconds, basically.
What a strat. R2, have you played this game before? I think Dread was your first, if I remember correctly, Dread was your first Metroid game.
I believe that is correct, yeah. But I'll let him confirm.
I'm interested in learning that perspective from like Dread to Prime. That kind of viewpoint on the game.
Alright, we got the boost ball. So the boost ball, during vanilla gameplay, the boost ball is sometimes used to do some Tony Hawk action on these half pipes. I believe Ryan skips most of those half pipes with other movement tricks, which makes me sad as a Tony Hawk fan.
That's true,
But,
yeah.
you know, it is faster, and we gotta do it for the run.
He does not hear it all with his yes. Or throw his apple to the ground.
He's not doing everything he can. Not pretending to be a Superman. Because who has to pretend when you're the real deal?
Exactly.
Oh, look at that
Oh, look
boosting.
at that.
Ooh, we're going fast, boys.
As Peppy would say, use the boost to get through.
Use the boost to get through.
Did play Prime 3 for a few hours, I see. Well, I hope you enjoy this take on a 3D Metroid.
goodness, who's that silhouette? It's my
It's
boy!
Pikachu!
Ah! That fool killed my first run last night, so Ryan is gonna get some extra revenge for me today.
Extra revenge.
Extra revenge.
With some sauce on the side.
Oh shoot.
Whoa. Boosting. You know, I love a good, like, tunnel in a video game. just to get through level to level. Banjo has a few, so.
Press 1 in the chat if you like tunnels in your video games.
Where's my 1?
Metroid Underground.
Put a 1 in there for me.
So we really need to get the player from A to B. How do we do it?
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
Thanks, KSlugs, for the 1.
You're welcome.
I like that little gate. Looks kind of cool. So we got a mini boss fight coming up. There will be 2 baby she-goths and 1 adult she-goth. Those are kind of like the creatures with the 2 feet and the ice on their back. In that boss battle room, there's going to be some crates off to the side, and Ryan cannot destroy those crates by accident during this fight because he'll need them for a pretty big glitch later on. If he were to destroy those boxes by accident, he would have to reload the game, which is illegal, of course, but this run's already invalidated, so it wouldn't matter too much. But here's the 2 babies.
Yeah, all the illegal strats are out now.
Yeah, so those boxes to the left just then, those ones to destroy. That looks painful.
Can the She-Goths destroy them, or is it only you?
That's a good question. I think only he is able to destroy them. Ouch.
Apparently, no one likes tunnels.
Darn.
They're just the horizontal elevators in the video.
Yeah.
There's the big mama. Bomb strats? I love
What game you do Dark Souls?
Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of video games.
It's true.
Well said.
I love me a good, get up in the face and spam missiles strat.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Alright, we got the wavy. We're feeling wavy now. And now the famous glitch. Actually, it happens early. I thought we might have to leave and come back, but he's going to do a very famous Prime glitch called Infinite Speed. If any of y'all are familiar with Mario 64 and some of the parallel universe building speed for 12 hours, this is kind of similar, but a much shorter version. So if he spins the morph ball in a specific way here, he will build up infinite speed, and at some point that will trigger this big glitch that allows him to basically maneuver the game in a very strange way that we'll talk about a little bit more when it happens. Seems to have trouble getting into the right position, though. It takes a good, 10 seconds for him to verify that he's in the right position and that the trick is working. So I'm sure at some point we'll
This
see
is looking correct, I think.
Yeah, we'll probably see a reaction from him in the webcam.
He'll turn solid.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah. So after a while, the outer shell graphics will just disappear, and we'll see the core energy ball. At which point he will have built up infinite speed.
As one does.
Mm-hmm. And so he'll still be in morph ball form, but he'll be the floating energy sphere. And if he does the boost ball in that form, the game will glitch out in such a way where he will be everywhere at once in the room. And that'll allow him to collect a certain item way earlier than intended. Now, boosting also has a chance of crashing the game, and it's not even known how probable that is because it happens so infrequently, but it's never happened to Ryan.
He's
Game
probably
crashes
he's
now.
probably like, come on.
Yeah. And because every time you boost, you risk crashing the game, he's not going to boost more than necessary, which I think is literally once.
We take those chances.
I said, oh no, I boosted 7 times and back to back.
There we go.
All right. Samus has ascended.
Ascended.
True form.
This is even my final form.
Also, if he unmorphs anywhere other than in the save room, there will be like a blinding light, weird texture glitch thing called light show, which we will see later, but we don't want to do that here.
This looks so funny. It's just a glowing orb.
Hello, fellow glowing orbs. Don't attack me. I'm your brethren.
He takes damage just at unmorph him.
No, because I think he just took some damage just now. All right, there we go. So he boosted right there and collected a missile expansion, or maybe he just ran into it.
So here he is, doing everything he can. All right,
So
elevator
he can
time.
morph safely.
Yeah.
So, yep. Infinite speed complete.
This is the vertical tunnel. Press 1 if you... So this is the part... So this is where the orb and the Ori comes from. Yeah. Yeah.
I still need to play that game.
Yeah, we played a little bit of it. I haven't played it all the way through.
That's why the Metroidvania game.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I really like this room.
Probably all the technology.
Yeah.
All the tunnels that unlock them.
Yeah. it's a tunnel hub.
Tunnel nexus.
Here we go. Big jump.
Yeah, he's doing a crazy jump called an R jump, which
Nice.
he got nicely done.
Let's go, Riot.
So during the run, he does a lot of what's called L jumping. L is the strafe button in this game, and you can manipulate it in such a way to where you can combine a well-timed L press with a jump to get more distance and height. So he does that a lot, but the R jump is a special variation. The R button is used for free aim, and you can do that in such a way that manipulates your jump in a different way. And that right there was a prime example of it. I wasn't trying to.
I noticed you like caught yourself saying you're like
Whatever. Run with it.
prime. Oh man, that was good. Somebody clip that.
Somebody clip that.
Look at the movement. Look at the bird movement. If you're really interested in bird movement,
Stay tuned.
stay tuned for not only next run but the last run of the day.
Good water break.
Rotor's on it.
I should be on it as well, actually.
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Oh, man, I wish I had some water. I am quite parched. In a pear tree. Mitchell. You know what, I give up.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. Missile expansion. It's a good one to get. It's just right under the bridge.
Like that Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Oh man.
Alright, so we're going to do a cool little segment coming up where he's going to be underwater without the gravity suit, which, for all Metroid fans out there, you know that being underwater without the gravity suit is usually not a fun time. But he's going to do an underwater ghetto jump to escape the water and get the artifact of Life Giver.
If you had to name an artifact that's not currently listed, what would it be?
Artifact of Sky.
Artifact of the sky.
That sounds good to me.
That does sound pretty good. I'll do Artifact of the Snow.
Nice. Artifact of Ice.
Arts and fact, it's like an encyclopedia.
Artifact of Arts and Crafts.
Artifact. Nice. That's it.
Maybe they're going with the artifact of moon pie.
Oh man, the moon pie. Nice little jump there, bomb jump. Wonder if he couldn't just get out of Morph Ball though.
I'm sure it's faster to just bomb jump. I scan jump.
Or yeah, because then you'd have to go back into Morph Ball. I see. How naive of me to assume he wasn't already doing the fastest strat.
Oh, I see. Yeah, here's going to be our underwater ghetto jump. So a ghetto jump is basically jumping off of like this particular point in the wall. Nicely done. First try.
That was instant.
Yeah. No, there have been times where that's taken a lot longer, or more attempts, I should say. But no, he got that one down. Hello, KSlugs. Welcome back.
Yeah, it feels good. A little shorter, but a lot stronger. So it works out. Now I have a really nice house.
Nice tree stuff. So we're going to be going to a room with a pool of magma inside, which contains a power bomb expansion, and he's going to do the infinite speed glitch once again to get the power bomb early. And what he just did there was loading that map to help the game load an upcoming room faster. Only room in the game where that happens. So here are some boxes, our best friends. And he's going to get into position and start building up speed again. So in one of the rooms he was just in, there is a fixed camera angle which allows him to morph and unmorph safely for reasons I don't understand, to be honest with you. But in the process of doing that, he'll get that outer shell back after he loses it during this glitch. And for some reason, having the outer shell makes the boost ball safe again, so it won't have a chance of crashing the game. Again, I don't think that's happened to Ryan, but it's never something that he really wants to risk. So we'll be getting the infinite speed glitch, turning into the energy orb, leaving the room, unmorphing, morphing back, and then coming back to this room to do the boost ball and collect the power bomb expansion. And I hope that I summarized that correctly, because there's a chance that I didn't. Nice. Oh, or you can just boost ball there. Huh. Perhaps I misunderstood the order of operations a little bit. Oh, there's light show. Saw some polygons. Oh, okay, I see. So, I think he just wanted to get the shell back so he could boost ball for faster movement through this area. But once he gets to the save room, he will unmorph again, and then the glitch will be completely over. Because I think technically he's still under the effects of the infinite speed glitch.
And if you try unmorphing now, he'd get the Super Metroid 64 polygon ambush.
Yeah, I think he'd get, the light show, they call it. the polygon ambush. That's a good name for it too. Alright, so save rooms are safe, as the name implies.
Polygon ambush.
Yeah.
There was an episode of Pokemon that was basically that. It was like Polygon and the Electric Soldier, and they had to pull it. It had too many like light effects, and it was affecting people that had like photosensitive epilepsy.
Yeah.
He is one of the worst like retconned evolutions. Like one of the Gen ones that got an evolution later in the series. Because I don't like Nose Pass at all. It just feels so weird. It's like we've had Polygon forever. Now we have Polygon, but he's just Chad. That's right. That's his name. It's Porygon. It's not.
So this is the only spider ball track in the game where you can just jump up it.
Climb up it.
Yeah, nice. That was good. You have to unmorph at a very specific time at the top there.
Oh, so he's supposed to have an upgrade to go up those.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it looks like he missed a little segment in the next room, so he's got to do it again. Oh. Man, that kind of sucks. He got it pretty much first try, but lost it to an unfortunate circumstance in there.
Be like that.
Nice.
There you go.
There we go. Oh yeah, he must have just fallen there the first time. Alright, we're good. You have another half pipe that I think he's gonna skip with a L jump or R jump. An R jump, it says. Nice.
Now, there's someone in the chat about the shell affecting the speed. Correct me if wrong. It's if when he has the shell, he can do a short boost that allows him to move faster because he's doing short boost, but he couldn't do it when he's pure energy.
Yeah, yeah, because when you have pure energy and you boost, you risk crashing the game. So the act of having the shell doesn't make the travel of the ball faster, it just makes boosting safe. Jozo goes fight number 2 out of 3 or 4, I think. There's a good few of these throughout the game. But I think this is the first one in attended sequence. Nice.
Okay, well that's pretty cool.
Time for some Chozo bowling. Yeet!
Berduvement.
Certified bereavement.
So like there's 3 different slots. If you wanted a different one, it just takes them somewhere else, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, now we got the power of ice on our side. I love that elaborate like spider ball track right here. Kind of looks like Ryebread or something like that. But of course, he's an epic gamer. He doesn't need Spider Ball to get up there.
Oop. Seems like it'd be hard because it kind of like goes above him.
Yeah. Nice.
There we go.
That was fast. Alright, so he got the X-ray, and he's gonna get another artifact in a second. And then after that artifact, he's gonna skip some Chozo Ghosts by doing the most difficult R jump in the game, which has almost no room for error. There it is. I hope this is the artifact of Moon Pie.
Wishful thinking.
I don't think it tells us unless we look at the. Oh, never mind.
It's the chorizo artifact.
The artifact of Chorizo. 7 of 12. Alright, so I believe this is where the epic R jump happens. Gotta go on that tiny rock first. Alright, we're in position. Target acquired. Nice. So he's gonna make his way back to Magmoor Caverns, and this must be the elevator to go there. And there's gonna be a very difficult skip, which he considers to be a run killer. At least he did 6 months ago. He's gonna be doing some precise bomb jumps while in lava, so if he fails it too much, he will die. And he hasn't saved since that save station before the Flagra fight, so if he dies, you know, the run's pretty much over. It's like gonna be a 45-ish minute time loss, but I don't think he is as worried about it as he was that bomb jump up the chute earlier, that very difficult strat. So it'll be a little scary, but not the scariest thing he's ever attempted.
It's weird because we just went down for like ever, and then we can still see the sky.
That's a good point. And we got some jetpack boys over here. Yes, around here is the entrance to the large underwater section, the sunken frigate, which he skips. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with the very dark rooms.
Gamers are land mammals.
We weren't made for the sea. Oh, good old ship. We haven't seen that in a while. Oh, he is saving. Okay.
The big shoulder, is that the Varya suit with the big shoulders? Okay.
Yep. The powerful shoulders. Yeah, it's not the active saving. I just have to remind myself. It's not the active saving that invalidates the run, it's loading. So, I don't know if he was saving there for safety and anticipation of the trick, or just because you might as well while you're recharging. Alright, this should be the elevator to the caverns, I think. And if not, I'll be embarrassed again. Alright, here we go. The second bomb, he says, has to be placed very precisely. Alright, first try. Nice. Oh, it's gonna jump. I like the idea that Samus is like messing with all the Space Pirates equipment. They're like, oh, come on, I set that up the exact way I needed. We're messing it all up. And then she goes kills them, it doesn't matter anyway.
They're all morph ball like accessible as well, or compatible.
Yeah. Maybe that's like the USB port of Talon 4.
Is that the planet that this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like all the spider ball geometry on the sides of the walls here.
That we just completely bypass.
Yeah. I remember enjoying that part of the game, because there's some like timing challenges that go with it too.
But is it kind of like a grind rail type segment, or?
Not really. I mean, you do follow the path exactly, but it's pretty slow, so I wouldn't call it a grinding type thing, unfortunately. But, right, plasma beam. There we go.
There was a popular game mechanic for a while though, because like Tony Hawk had it, Ratchet and Clank did it, and then one of the Zeldas had it with like the spinner.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic
had it.
Adventure 2.
Yep.
Comes to mind.
That was one of my favorite levels in that whole game because I didn't have to suffer from the normal gameplay as much as the rest of the game. But that's a conversation for another podcast episode.
The best part of 3D Sonics are the voice acting. The weirdly realistic humans.
Dang. So Ryan's going to be making his way to the boss of Phendrana Drifts, whose name is Thardus, as you see in the timer. Thardus is kind of an ice and rock themed boss who was programmed to be very weak to the fiery plasma beam, although in the intended sequence you do not get plasma beam beforehand, so the speedrunners kind of benefit from that decision on the developer's part and can just kind of melt the guy pretty quickly. Beating Thardus gives us the spider ball, which, you know, Ryan's been skipping up to this point, but there are some tracks that are much harder to skip later, so for now Ryan still goes out of his way to get the spider ball upgrade by killing Thardus. The song's a banger.
Slaps.
I think he's jamming. we were talking about this song before. There's a funny video of this like kind of N64 looking 3D model of Samus that's doing like dance moves in various parts of this level.
Yeah, I guess for Smash they did make one that was never used in like an actual standalone Metroid game.
Yeah. You got this, buddy. Nice.
We're about to fight Tardis.
Moon artifacts. The artifact of Chewies.
I want the baby back, baby back, baby back.
I know that this vertical climb room has some difficult jumps, which are very punishing to miss, because you can potentially fall all the way back down into a pool of water, which is always annoying if you don't have the gravity suit. But on the way, he gets some expansions and artifacts and such.
Is the gravity suit like iron boots? They just let you walk on the bottom?
The gravity suit basically nullifies the physics of the water, so you just move normally in them.
Oh.
Never really understood why it's called the gravity suit. But
Whereas in Halo, gravity hammer is pretty self-explanatory.
gravity-defying hammer.
At least it became pretty self-explanatory.
In Halo 2, it has like well, the first time you see it, Tara said it has like this weird ability to like suck enemies into it that you never get to do in any of the games. But no, it's funny watching it when you didn't know it was a jetpack I was using. He's like, man, the gravity hammer is a lot better than I remember it being.
Yeah. Gengar showing some emotional support from back. Shouts to Gengar.
Next time I'll have to bring my Flygon plushie.
That would be.
It's smaller than the Gengar, so it can sit on top.
Oh, that would be cute.
Alright, so now he's in the Space Pirate base. He's going through this backwards. We're all about going in backwards on the speed run.
Yeah.
There'll be some interesting little tricks involving, I think it might be here, or it actually might be in a different section. I kind of get them confused.
This is a very dark
Dark
room as
room.
well.
At least they made the floor like illuminate.
Yeah.
I think it's intentionally dark in there. Power's out, right?
I think that happens at some point, yeah.
That's why you can't see him that one. Oh. There you go. Just
Okay,
lying right there.
so I think
Nice.
there he was listening for a certain space pirate to break glass. And I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because he has to break the glass for him to jump up there.
Edward, yes. I'm trying to find Edward in the notes, but I can't. I'm gonna do Control F for Edward.
They're breaking glasses is a Tony Hawk game.
Oh yes, okay, here's Edward.
Yeah, this is like a Metroid slash Tony Hawk, because there are half pipes.
But yeah. Unfortunately, Ryan skips most of them. Hate to see it. Yeah.
Metroid Escape Russia.
Thank you, Edward. Oh,
What was the VHS filter?
the Swiss trailer is about to start playing.
We had to cancel it.
It's called the Swiss trailer cancel. New strat.
So I learned that if Edward doesn't break the glass, Ryan just backtracks a few rooms and then reloads the Edward room. But in this room, there's a boss fight with some jetpack boys, and Ryan does his best to skip that.
Yeah, I remember fighting this. It was a decently difficult challenge.
Indeed. Tony Hawk's Prime Skater.
Tony Hawk Prime Skater.
Artifact of Chipotle.
There we go.
Let you know the location of every bathroom in a 3-mile radius.
I think there he's looking for a power bomb pickup because that will help speed up the Thardus fight when he gets there. Oh, Swiss trailer?
Swiss trailer? What's the trapped giant monster name? What's his name?
The one we're about to fight?
Yeah.
Thardus?
Oh, is that his name?
Is he like a rock ice guy?
Yeah, that's Thardus. Oh, it's the
We
thermal
can,
visor.
we can skip from this, right?
He said he was gonna fight to get the spider ball, which Lesson did. He said there's like skips for some of the spider ball segments, but they're like really difficult, so he's just gonna go kill Tardus and get it.
Okay, we got a visor. Now we can see the dark.
Thank God.
Yeah. Without this, the game would be unplayable.
I'm in.
The night vision.
I love the two fingers adjusting
Yeah.
glass. It's like pushing up. I keep thinking she's about to push up the glasses.
They're all just layered on top of each other.
I bet that door is important.
Here we have
Let
the
Samus do it with the visor. It's fine.
we get the polarized Oakley visor.
Yes, that's right, KSlugs. This is for charity. So, if you're wanting to donate to help save the animals, which is an option we are normally given in a Metroid run, but in real life, we actually do need to save the animals. So, whatever you can do would go a long way towards helping out the cats and kittens and dogs and puppies and other pets of the
Frogs.
Lizards, birds, Purdue.
Purdue.
Yeah, the Harlan Animal Shelter in Illinois would really appreciate it, as it would be.
Indeed.
So your star is rolling around at the speed of sound. Ryan doing some Mario Kart DI.
Yeah. For those that don't know, DI is directional influence.
Yeah, we saw that Chris would go faster than the speed of sound with the pressure like thing from yesterday, but now we know this guy is. explosion in a Metroid game?
Yeah.
No way.
Lightning.
Samus every time she kills a boss, we gotta get out of here.
So what's the So I know he's got to use the thermal visor to shoot various parts of the rock body.
Yep.
But why does it change?
If he's made of ice? Like, why is one part hotter than the other?
Yeah, like right there. Why does it change to that?
Probably because it's a video game.
Yeah.
Everything has to fit into lore, so I'm the lore police.
Oh, that's true.
He's actually coming into this universe from an alternate reality, and different parts of him are phasing in and out.
Maybe he's like building energy in that particular rock to shoot it at Samus, so that he can like do a power overload.
But that like makes him weak as he's like building it up, or like it's sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I know that he can use a power bomb to finish off Stardust instantly near the end of the fight. It looked like he might have been preparing to do that. I'm not sure why else he might have worked there. They're always getting big.
He's going super sick.
Use
to get out of the way.
yeah.
This looks like an enemy to beat Star Fox, though.
Kind of.
It's like disconjointed.
Alright. Doesn't look like the power bomb strat worked out, but that's fine. There is a boss in Star Fox 64 that's like the golem.
Yo,
Like,
yeah,
show.
on a Venom.
Yeah, so maybe that's what you're thinking about. Get out of there.
That fight was always harder for me than Aedros itself. Just because you're in a...
What was that?
Hello?
Was there even a point to that? It's just like a random rock just hitting her for no
I
reason.
don't know. I think you skipped the rest of the cutscene.
Ridley threw it at her.
Yo
It
yo.
was a...
Yo-yo ball.
Spider ball, please. We all know it's the yo-yo ball.
It doesn't look like a spider.
It really doesn't.
Spiders look like that, I wouldn't be as
It's not
scared
about what
of
it
them.
looks like though. It's what it accomplishes.
Should call it rolling poly ball.
I've never seen a spider do that.
The pill bug.
I've seen a rolling
No,
poly
but
do
like...
that.
The Droideka ball from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Master Destroyers. Those are always my favorite droids. When I had like the prequel Lego sets growing up, I always loved the Droidekas. They're so
Yep.
cool.
And in the video games too. There was.
in the new Star Wars Battlefront, like in the new Battlefront 2, there's a game mode called I don't remember what it's called, but basically it's a ground fight, like Conquest, where you have to capture points. But when you win that, you go attack the enemy ship, and you don't win until you destroy the reactor. So like if you fail that assault, you go back to the ground thing. So the game could go on indefinitely if neither team could ever destroy the enemy's reactor. But the droids are so broken because if you get to their ship, you can just have everyone be a droideka, roll past all of the enemy spawns and just get right up on the reactor, and your shield does constant damage to the reactor, so you just turn your shield on and the reactor's health just plummets.
Alright, so what? We don't have power bomb, I see.
Well, we do have Power Bomb, but I think this split is called Power Bomb because he's gonna get like the intended first Power Bomb.
I see.
But to do that, he has to go to the Phazon Mines, making its debut in the speedrun at this point.
The famous Phazon Mines.
Phazon yours.
What do they mine here?
Phazon.
Oh,
See? It's very dark.
As is.
Metroid Prime.
As expected from
Oh.
the Prime Metroid Prime.
I see.
So here we have the fun gimmick of space pirates who are vulnerable to only one of Samus's beams. They're color-coded, which is very nice of them to do. Wow, it's blinding.
One of the few times you get blinded by light.
in the weekend discography. Is that a
Yeah.
weekend song?
If they were smart, they would just like dip themselves in a different colored paint, so that way you'd be like, oh, this one's vulnerable to fire. You just blast it. He's like,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he skipped his fight.
Yep. The first elite pirate, but not elite enough to keep up with Samus's acrobatics.
Imagine someone just like busts through and just like, that's cool, and just.
No, I've been prepared to fight you for so long. I bet
This
those
is
are
very
not-
close to the room that's way too dark. But
Got stink bombs.
unless he goes to it just for me, that would be.
Oh.
is that the room with like the very like different distinct colors of purple? You know, just all of them are dark.
Yeah, I think so.
Do the space pirates have bird DNA? They look somewhat birdish. In your game, they look like crabs.
Yeah, no, there are some of them. I think in like Prime 3, they look. I was reading about space pirates the other day as part of my years of research, and yeah, some of them have some bird stuff. So that's the intended power bomb. There's a fun little maze down here that you have to navigate, and fun facts: there are 300 possible variants of this maze.
One for every Spartan.
Nice.
Jesus. Oh man, yeah, it's random every time.
Ouch.
Oh, but to answer that question, I think there was 100 of like the first like Master Chief's generation, but the Spartans you play as in Halo Reach are actually like a second generation of Spartans, but they're called third generation because the first gen was like you know the ancient ones. So at least they gave them that.
Sure. Respect the elders. We got the power bomb, yay! Alright, Omega Pirate. Omega Pirate is a pretty infamous boss in this game. I found it very difficult as a casual, but even as a speedrunner, there's some risky strats that you do, so... I know it's not a trivial fight.
I forget, what's his PB?
His PB in in-game time, which is the one that matters for the leaderboard, is 1 hour 30 minutes. I don't remember what that translated to in real time. I think it's like 150 or something like that.
Just because all the cutscenes.
Yeah. And just various little like transitional moments.
The one that just says that Andros' final form was a really big pain.
Oh. Dang. Get rid of those things.
Is this the first time you fight Metroids in this game?
There in Phendrana Drifts, there was like some little like there was some like weird like alternate form of Metroid that we saw. So no, I guess. I scanned out. Yeah, we had something that looked kind of like that in the Phendrana Drifts. I don't know, remember what specific kind of Metroids those are.
Metroid Lime. Lime instance. So is this the X-ray visor?
This is the thermal
This
visor.
is the thermal.
He was using the X-ray earlier. It's the one where everything's kind of like ghostly, white looking. Kev, can you remind me that PB split time? Is that like the gold split, or is that the duration of the split during the PB run?
Duration is split during the PB run.
Okay.
If it were a gold split, it would say some of this.
Gotcha.
Come on, open the door.
Here it is, the Omega Pirate. Moon Pirate. So Ryan really wants to kill this thing in one cycle. This Omega Pirate can heal itself, and it's really important that Ryan kills it before it does that. Count down to.
This pirate is banana.
That's a very sharp banana on its left arm.
It allows him to get the bananas from the tree.
Ooh, like that barrel roll there.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Chile? Thanks for the good luck.
Hey, Chile.
We got KSlugs up next with the banjo if you're interested in watching that.
The Bambo. Chile's too good for me.
The
Chile room.
I will say I did like the quality of life improvement on the Xbox One, just from the controller itself, going from the N64 controller.
There
Nice.
we go. I think we're getting hype.
Yo.
Banjo, woo. Banjo hype.
Yum.
Good split hype. I don't know how good that is.
Good enough for Ryan to fist pump.
There we go.
That's all we need to know.
Oh my gosh.
The purple? Never mind. Phase on suit.
Shocking. We got a Phazon suit and a Phazon line.
Oh, Samus is part of the Covenant now.
You hate to see it.
Wait, the Phazon suit isn't purple.
Oh, is it not? Okay. Which one's the purple one?
The gravity suit.
Yeah.
I think the cutscene briefly shows her in the gravity suit because you're supposed to have it by that point,
Yeah.
but he just skipped it. Makes me sad. I'm all about the purple suit, as I'm sure Dave is as well.
I know next time I play Smash, I do the other color options. Like, it's not just like Samus, but in a purple suit. It's like, no, I'm playing gravity suit Samus.
Yeah, that's what I do when I play Samus. I like the gravity suit.
I don't remember which one of y'all said it, but I stole the ism. Whenever I played Mr. Game & Watch, I picked the cyan one. I say, it's Mr. Cyan Watch.
I think that was me. I don't know when you might have gotten that from me because I don't think we've ever played Smash or.
I think it was like one time at like the lake. You all were there. We played it
yeah.
because I remember that. And I remember you played Ridley.
Yeah, I was all about Cyan and Watch. Great name, just rolls off the tongue.
Mr. Cyan Watch. wonder why he didn't just get up.
Artifact of Newborn. Shout out to babies.
Shout out to babies.
I wonder who's the youngest person to ever play Metroid Prime.
Wow, that's a good question. It has to be someone who's like really into Metroid Prime and like shows their kid, like their kid, hey, this game I used to play.
Yeah.
The youngest
Maybe
person
Ryan's
probably
child.
doesn't know.
Yeah, which is going to be Ryan.
He'll be holding his newborn.
Yeah, like
Showing
hating, trying to
Metroid
like.
Prime.
Giving a controller.
Here,
It's
you will
time
be
to
the
pass
youngest.
down the
The mantle.
mantle.
The
So
kid,
tune in to 10 years later.
the kid's hands develop perfectly to fit the GameCube controller.
I've learned to actually, I have a baby niece who's like 6 or so months old now, and apparently like their eyes don't get the ability to like focus on small things like screens, for example, until like many months after they're born. So like even at 6 months, she can't like she can't FaceTime with my parents, you know, like she can't see them and see who they are. So. You know, there's a natural barrier to how young you can epically game through Metroid Prime, which sucks. You know, I wish you could just do it from minute 1.
Yeah, we have to have a distinction of what's considered playing Metroid Prime and what's considered just like rubbing your hand on the controller while the game's running.
However, if you do the eye skip, you don't have to.
What's the youngest person that's done the eye skip? That would be the same.
Give them context. Just a few months old.
You give them Metroid Prime and Braille.
I'm glad that Samus gets like this edgy black and red suit during this game.
Same.
It's very
I'm all about angst.
it's very era appropriate.
Yeah.
Samus has joined the Banished.
Oh, she's getting shot.
What was my favorite artist at this time? Was it Green Day?
Avril Lavigne.
No.
What year was this?
2001, I think? 2002?
2002.
No idea that
Black
was. Baby Blue here? I don't know.
Maybe Beluga. You would have been like.
Baby Beluga, what's it like in New York City?
You'd have to have someone I was listening to because I was 1 when this game came out.
Are you older than Much?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm older than Mute by like 5 months.
I'm not sure. I feel bad if I missed this, but I think he might have just skipped an elite pirate fight that's very difficult to skip. Because I heard the boss music and then I saw Ryan kind of like fist bump like he had done a skip.
No.
So Ryan, if you did that, then I'm sorry I wasn't there to clap for it.
Let's
'cause-
go,
We
Ryan!
can do a post-team.
Let's cheer you.
He's gonna be confused.
What did I do?
The other room like,
This room that he's about to do stuff in with like the spider ball or whatever. Basically, he has to like jump from one point to the next. It's really tough. I think he struggled with it every time.
Yeah. Oh, is this the ore processing room?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's in this area somewhere.
I think he just passed it. He has to go in here first.
Oh, it's after this. It's in the very next split.
whoa, well that looked like that was...
Yeah, it's something. I don't know exactly what it is or how he does it, but he like super
Yeah, he just super jumped to the left.
dashed. Yeah. He just doesn't like those turrets. So he's not doing
This must be the phase on elite pirate.
The pirate playing the organ in the background.
Reminds me of Ocarina of Time game where literally playing the organ when you walk in.
That was a cool feature. When you walk in, it's like, oh, okay, this is...
Diegetic music.
Yeah.
He's got his like his fists because it was N64 and he's like.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Artifact of Wario.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
Where?
He just did a crazy jump. Oh,
Nice crazy jump.
nice crazy jump.
Alright, here we go. Ore processing. So normally, there's this big tower with all these spider ball tracks, and you have to like, it basically like mix and match the pivoting parts to get them to all line up. But he's just gonna epically jump, and this is something he's gone out of his way to practice, and we've seen him kind of struggle with it here on SWS, but we'll cross our fingers. All right, Metroid.
I wonder if this is where he can gain some time.
That's a good point. Not. Oh darn! It looks like it looked like he got it, but
He overshot it.
okay.
There it is.
There we go.
Nice. Second try. I mean, first try.
I guess in the water you can go really high with that.
We're glad they had an aquarium there for some reason.
With a perfect little Morphball-sized path.
Yeah. So for now, you'll see the split is titled Meta Ridley. In between now and that fight, he's just picking up the rest of the artifacts from various locales. There shouldn't be that many left by this point.
We were saying earlier about the Morphball being like the USB of this planet. Like, imagine someone comes to your apartment, like they buzz, you're like, yeah, let me buzz you in.
Just turn into a ball.
Universal cereal ball. Look at that same movement. Water-filled half-pipe.
Ball movement.
Or movement.
Involvement. What's your involvement with Metroid Prime?
Bowel movement.
Bro!
I'm sorry.
Gross. Oh my god. I think
Where
we're about
boss
to get...
music again?
Yeah, why are the ghosts back? I don't know if the ghosts come back every time you enter this room or something, but
So go on.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to fight them though. He can just get eaten, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'll shut up.
Doesn't look like he's fighting.
Whoa, it looked like it was a reflection of Samus's eye on the.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I think he does the half pipe thing here.
Like in
maybe.
the binary.
Yeah. That's cool. I thought you were friends with the birds. Is it just because they're like ghosts and they're angry? Or...
They are corrupted by Phazon, I think. There's actually, I was reading about So when this game came out, there was some lore that then got retconned by the next Metroid Prime game, and some of that lore had to do with these ghosts. And so I forget which is the correct one, but the one that I remember is that they were corrupted by Phazon, so now they hate you.
That's not like electric mineral they were mining.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's been like poisoned by Phazon.
Yeah. And Phazon comes from this planet called Phase, which basically shoots out these asteroids. It's like a sentient planet sort of thing, and it shoots out these asteroids of Phazon, which then like corrupt wherever they land. So it's like kind of a living hive mind, weird organism sort of thing.
Like the flood.
I would say it's like the expulsion from Gears of War, because like they're mining it, but then it like turns people into weird glowy, explodey stuff. I don't remember. I never played a lot of Gears of War 3.
These games are all the same.
They really are.
There's never an original idea anymore.
Well, I would say all the Gears of War are pretty much the same. It's just a bunch of muscle dudes shooting stuff.
Phazon's not gonna live to see the day. That was really cool. That hand dash jump. Oh, well.
Scan dash air jump. Oh. Get out of the way, zoomers. No, we support Gen Z here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wait, what?
Let's go Seth.
I don't. Is my thing Gen Z? I didn't.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Are y'all millennial? What are y'all?
Yeah, we're millennial.
You're like right on the
Nothing wrong with that.
Really excited.
Imagine having memes made about you. It's crazy.
Happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Except for Gen X. I feel like Gen X kind of gets away with whatever. People,
The greatest generation.
yeah, people don't meme about them so much. I guess like 40, 50, whatever year olds, they're just like the most normal, sensible people because they don't get memed on as hard.
When I think of Gen Z or whatever, it's like I think TikTok and Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Nice.
Listen, I don't know. I guess I must be on like the leading edge of it because I never even really played a lot of Fortnite, and I don't have the TikTok, and I feel bad on it.
You might be
I don't have the TikTok.
you might be a boomer.
A
at
boomer.
heart.
But I was talking to friends about that. We're talking about like reminiscing the good old days of video games and whatnot, like playing Halo 3 and Reach and all that. And I said I kind of feel bad for the people growing up now, and like the main game is Fortnite. Not that Fortnite's bad or by any measure, but just
Yeah.
I don't know. It might just be because I'm getting older, but games don't seem as fun as they used to be. At least multiplayer games.
They're definitely made with a different.
Well, that's all fine and good, but here's Metroid.
Yeah.
My boy.
Here we go.
Is this the robot Ridley?
Yeah.
This
No.
is
Wow.
No, this is the meta one.
The-
mechanically enhanced Ridley.
So it's confusing because there's Mecha Ridley and Meta
Mecha.
Ridley. Yeah, so they're different things. Which is part of the reason why I like calling it Iron Ted, because it's more of a distinction.
So the goal in here, for the goal for this split, is to shoot directly into his mouth and and hope for the best. And I think he's got to get it in like a good cycle.
So meta.
But there's a trick here though where you can boost ball into Ridley and do a ton of damage because he's happy about something. Let's go.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
the boss is helping.
Yeah.
Disappear.
So
I mean, he looks somewhat mechanical.
yeah, he's cybernetically enhanced by this point.
Oh, yeah.
After what you did to him last night.
Yeah. After he literally exploded into dust, somehow they salvaged that much of him.
Dang, Pete, you didn't have to do that. I thought that was your boy. So right here is where he's trying to do the cycle. Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a good shot right there. Ooh. What he wants to do is while Ridley's like screeching, he wants to shoot a charge beam into his mouth and kind of reset the cycle. Ooh, it
Oh.
missed.
Where'd she go?
Oh, missed again.
He's really smart, but he keeps opening his mouth.
Oh, that's crazy. Is it? Alright. This one!
Is there like target he's doing now? Is there like an ammo to that, or can he just?
Now he has infinite shots.
Get him.
There we go.
Hey, we still saved time on that score.
He's a little disappointed in himself, but you know what? Sometimes it happens.
What the?
Lasers!
Thanks for the yes, Dave.
They are a fire and they're lasers. Did he get to do the boost ball strat? I don't think I saw it. Where he like turned the morph balls and then boosts into Ridley and it does like
I think that's when he first clapped because Ridley's health like just disappeared
okay,
at
that is
one
what it was
point.
then. I must have been looking away for a second, but yeah, so that's a kind of a cool glitch because for some reason Ridley is programmed to take damage from a boost ball every single frame that it's active, whereas no other enemy in the game has that vulnerability or that exploit. So yeah, his health just goes.
He goes what?
Goes.
One more time.
It goes.
Just like that.
That was another example of like the architecture being very much built around killing one guy though, because in your game like all the doors were somehow like their opening and locking was based on if this dude was alive or dead, and then that whole building was designed like, oh, if Meta Ridley gets weak right in front of us, we're gonna fire the lasers.
Yeah. Video games, man, or something else. Our sage friend Young Sir Squatch says games don't seem as fun because you aren't surprised anymore. It happens.
Damn.
Is that Brandon? Is that who Sir Squatch is?
Yes.
Okay. The multiplayer, it seems like a lot of the people are just better at it now, so it makes me worse by comparison.
Well, using Fortnite specifically as an example, like that's not like really a story type game where there's like something that draws you in like emotionally, you know?
That's true.
So it's a different type of experience, I think. It's more of like a bonding thing.
And trying to play like Call of Duty or something now, like the people that don't have work or like school that's college level school, so they can just play a lot more. They get a lot better at it. So you try to play, and you're like,
anyway, here's Metroid Prime.
Now he's playing the game.
Yeah, we're fighting the game right now.
Finally.
This is actually what the game looks like when you take it out of the box. So he's color coded for our convenience, which is great. Or it's not a person.
it makes sense. So I mean, it's dark. Like Metroid Prime is dark.
It's true.
Is Metroid Prime Metroid Prime?
Covenant mode.
Even real Metroid Prime was the friends we made along the way.
There you go.
So this is the final boss.
Yes, it has two phases: the exoskeleton phase and then the non-exoskeleton phase. So basically, I feel like this battle personally is way too long. But basically,
Yeah.
Ryan hits it with the thematically appropriate weapons, and then it burrows into a hole and just kind of does it again. But it's gonna like fire some projectiles and stuff. And, I think Ryan tries to manipulate it in such a way that it fires like the specific or does the specific attacks. Like he wants to lock it to this phase where it keeps charging at us.
Like in a speed run, this takes 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
That is
Yeah, I remember watching this part before on like the last time I did this, and like he's in that little like trench below it, and just like it kept going. So is this like the mother of all Metroids, or is it like the first one, or is it like the next stage of its evolution? And
It's a poisoned Metroid, so it was corrupted by phase 1. So it is enveloped in phase 1.
it's the fear that this will happen to others as well. and,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think it's called Prime just because it was like the first one to get infected by Phazon. It's not like the first Metroid ever.
Apex Metroid.
It's green.
Tractor beam.
yeah, Koji Kondo
John Deere
is like on the 2-disc.
Actually, Koji Kondo is not involved in the Metroid soundtrack.
Let's go, Ryan.
Let's go, Ryan.
Oh!
YUH, yeah. Watch out for the glowies.
Somebody clip that.
Really, every game is just attack of the polygons. This is like a spy-based thing. This would have been a fun boss in Smash Bros.
Like a story mode.
Yeah, like one of the story mode bosses. Especially since Samus has been in all of them.
I feel like they would do Mother Brain. Well, they did Ridley for all. And they did Ridley and Meta Ridley, but
Oh yeah, in Meta Ridley you fought him on like the spaceship.
yeah. The Falcon Flyer.
So I guess the phase on form of a Metroid is like a giant spider.
I mean,
Does he go into Spider Ball?
maybe this Metroid invented all the power-ups.
It's like going from jellyfish to spider.
That would have been very unfortunate for him if he invented the power.
I think there is some sort of lore behind like this Metroid being connected. Or maybe I'm thinking of Dark Samus, which is like the next stage of this. So, there's something to do with like why this Metroid has power up its VHS. The HUD like disappeared for a second. That was interesting.
It is a very video gamey thing though, where like the bad guy keeps the power up that can beat him like in his lair or whatever. So man, you would have thought you would have tried to hide this or bury this somewhere deep in there.
Or like the villain's lair has all the death traps, and it's like, how do they get around when there's no Mario there? Like,
Oh yeah.
like, do they like activate trap mode whenever whenever Mario is near? Yet there's still passages for the hero and stuff.
Or you look at like Mario Kart, you're like, alright, this is Bowser's Castle, and like, man, this is just a really inconvenient castle.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's like the permanent home. It's like
They put in trap mode or cart mode or whatever mode, party mode.
the party mode. Last sliver of health here.
Come on.
Come on, buddy. Yeah.
Now begins phase 3.
Look at that ball movement. All right. This is probably my least favorite boss fight in Metroid because of like how long it is.
So did you like fall into more phase on and now it's like evolving again?
Something like that. This is like it like creates little phase-on pools, and then Ryan has to use the phase-on to destroy it. Or like the phase-on powers up Samus's cannon. Yeah, so now that he's standing in a phase-on pool, it's gonna power up his beam.
Samus always getting hooked in the environment.
So I think the reason why he's like shooting it in spurts like this, not holding it down, is because that allows him to like interrupt its attempts to attack him, which forces it to create another pool of phase-on somewhere faster.
Is that a new strat?
No.
He's been doing that.
Oh.
Oh, actually, I think it might be this. Attacking with Phazon while standing in the pool uses up the pool. So in order to conserve the pool, he steps out of the pool briefly while he fires. That might be what it is.
You missed something.
That's the wrong, yeah.
I'm getting ready.
I was thinking it too whenever he was like walking through the tunnel. I was like, I don't know why I got the banjo music in my head.
He does that.
And I don't know the Metroid music well enough to have that.
I like it.
A banjo randomizing. Does it just like put the stuff in different spots?
Big moves and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, this game alternatively is too dark and then it just like blinds you. Oh, it does. Yeah.
You wanted vision?
The TV is in my eyes.
Okay.
Hyper mode. Where is it?
Hard to see.
Top 20.
I know there's like some kind of extra thing that you can get on to make it faster.
Nice.
Nice! Woo! GG's! Get out of here, Metroid Phazon person thing.
So now he's gonna want to see his in-game time afterwards. So I don't know if we transitioned.
As a Metroid runner often does.
Oh
Getting
no!
pulled in.
Oh,
Is this a precursor to...
my suit! You stole the edge away from me.
So, she loses the Phazon suit.
Yeah. And the Metroid Prime uses that suit to like turn into Dark Samus.
Okay.
In other words, cheating.
I was really disappointed there was no escape sequence in this game.
There is, right here.
What do we have here? Why does every place have to explode?
GG Ryebread.
GG Ryebread.
Honestly, all things considered, not too bad.
Yeah.
Even after missing the skip, I mean...
Oh, you can just speed through the credits, that's good. What if you had to be like mashing A with perfect timing or something? Like one last speed trick to the very end.
Is that the UPS?
Look at those graphics.
'89 rated graphics.
What have we got?
And
41%. 132. Nice.
pretty good. 41%, so he gets more stuff than you do.
God bless America. But yeah, only two in-game time minutes off his PB, so not bad. Not bad at all.
Hey! Yes, you did it!
I got my butt kicked. I got my butt kicked, but that's okay.
Yeah, come sit down.
Alright. Wow, I'm actually shocked by that time. I had a lot of things not go my way that run.
Yeah.
And doing the slow way, and I was 2 minutes off my PB.
That's what I told him. I said,
So-
considering all that went wrong, you know.
That was a 132 with a lot that went wrong with the slow route. wow, I could have tied my PB if the Ridley fight and the Metroid Prime fight just went my way, but it didn't. So that's all right.
Did that just bark?
No, it's Link.
It's
Oh.
Link.
Oh.
Half Honest, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying. Yeah. So unfortunately, you know, it looked like during the skip you fell down like to a lower platform, which kind of prevented.
Yeah,
you
I couldn't
from-
get back up, and so
Yeah.
it was over. by
Yeah,
that
that's
point.
unfortunate, but
Yeah.
we got to see you leave the room.
Right.
We did.
I was really bad. I did practice that a couple of times just in case I need to do that, and that was the worst I've done in a very long time with that strat. I just couldn't find where to stand. I mean, you can't see it, so it was really hard, but I missed it every time, and I missed jumping in that platform twice. I was like, oh no, but hey, it's all right.
Yeah.
There is. Sorry.
You can go ahead.
I was gonna say there is a split you did really well on,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to remember what split that was.
Meta Ridley, you saved like 2 or 3 minutes.
That one you did really well on, but I think
Meta Ridley?
Meta Ridley's
No,
because-
Meta Ridley kicked my butt.
Interesting.
So
Maybe compared to your PB run.
Yes.
okay, well I actually
It's the
I got the rare boost ball when he flew by. That was the second time I've ever done that. So that
Wow.
was so that saved about 30 seconds right there. But I don't know if you saw, if you hit him at a certain frame, he's invincible, and it happened to me twice.
Mm.
And so I would have killed him, but I couldn't. So that's why I couldn't do any damage when I was shooting him. And so that was unfortunate. I was also missing my shots too. But so the end part kicked my butt, but the early part I did really well on.
Gotcha. I was curious why you saved in the ship at that one point.
Um,
On your
for
way
the
back.
for the lava skip,
Okay.
in case I failed.
That's what I thought too, but you
So-
just did it so quickly that like I knew you weren't that worried about it.
No,
Or didn't think you
I
were,
still
but-
have never, knock on wood, never failed on a run before.
Gotcha.
I have failed in practice, but it's been a long time since I failed in practice. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty confident on that part.
Yeah. And would you have gone and just healed in the healed in the ship anyway, even if you didn't save?
Yeah, because of that part.
Yeah.
So
Might
yeah.
may as well while you're there. I
Yeah.
guess.
There was one point where you grabbed like a super missile upgrade. Did you then skip one of the elite pirates like right after grabbing a missile?
So yes, so towards after I defeat the Mega Pirate, I did get the Elite Pirate skip.
Yeah, and that's
I-
really rare, right?
Well, it was really rare, but I practiced it, and I've actually gotten pretty good at it. So
Nice.
that was one of the few parts that I polished pretty well.
Yeah.
And so I was really happy with that. Same with ore processing. Gosh, I landed on it. I got a little greedy, and I moved. I forward.
so
and
you did land on it.
I did land
Okay.
on it, but I got a little greedy, and I fell
I was-
forward. I was
that
like,
I
oh.
think that's where one of your huge time saves.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the ore
'cause that was
processing.
second try ore processing.
Yeah, I practiced that pretty well. And what you think of that Phazon core? Parkour in Impact Crater. I go up.
You know what? I
those
think I was
spines.
looking away at that exact
Oh,
moment.
really?
I
That's,
think I might
that's
have
the
missed
brand
it.
new strat instead of me traveling
Okay.
through the whole room. Took me a couple tries to get, but I got it. And that saved me a couple.
Oh, that's the one I saw you in practice.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I must have been looking away during that exact moment.
yeah,
That's
so
why
that was my brand new strat that I haven't tried before. Unfortunately, did you see that I killed the Chozo Ghost off screen, and because of that, I couldn't hurt him for 15 seconds. The second time it's ever happened, so I just let him be, and he'll just die in his own 15 seconds. So that's what that was about.
Interesting.
So, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. So I was like, no,
But very good show as always.
Thank you.
Ryebread, one of the OG Speedruns
Yeah.
and Slugs participants. Always good to have you. And
yeah, thank you. I'm actually really impressed that I was only 2 minutes away from my PB, all things considered. So I was actually pretty impressed with that. So yeah, I could
Congrats.
run a good show. Thank you guys for
Good
watching.
job.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, up next, I will be doing Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah,
Get hyped.
Get
Yo.
hyped for that. You got some
Yo.
good music coming your way, and don't go anywhere. Don't switch that dial.
all right, be right back, guys.